All right, a quick day trading recap, early morning day trading recap for September 26, 2019, um, the Thursday, September 26, 2019. I wanted to get this in quick because it was a trade I took early, and I rarely ever take trades this early, which most day traders do. I'm just not comfortable with it. This trade was I entered it at 9:55. I usually try and wait until the first 30 minutes is up. But this one just piqued my interest. Showed up in this scanner that I created, this Trade ID scanner, and it might not even be there anymore. Oh, there it is. No, it's still there. TSM. So it had higher than normal volume. Relative volume was up, and I liked the pattern that I saw. I'll just tighten this up so you can see. So it started off the day. It was a no gapper, by the way. This is a no gappers list. So most of the plays that I look for during the day are stocks that have gapped in the pre-market, and they are going to be moving after that usually because of some news or something, earnings or whatever it might be. So I usually play gappers just because they tend to be the stocks that have the most action, and you're going to get most movement out of them. But occasionally there are stocks that aren't gapping, but they tend to have, some of them might have really good moves during the day. Maybe a continuation from the previous day. They just didn't do anything in the pre-market, and that was TSM. So if you look at I'll show you the daily candles. So if you look at this daily chart for the past few months, yesterday it had a nice big green day, right? Big green day, kind of gapped, tiny bit gap up, not much really. Actually, I can't even call that a gap. That wasn't really a gap from the day before, but ended the day pretty close to the high. And then opened a little bit up. It might have gapped a tiny bit, but again, there's no gappers is anything less than 25, I think. Anything less than a 25-cent gap. So I got in because I liked that. I liked the strong day yesterday with a decent amount of volume. And it started off with a nice green candle below VWAP, though. It closed below VWAP. And then you had these two indecision dojis right above VWAP, with a following candle, green candle up, almost a nice full green bar right here. That I liked because I felt like it had a little bit of an indecision moment, and then it decided it's going to hold VWAP. So I got in at 45.33. What was it right here? Yeah, 45.33. Yep, that's where I got in. And took off a little. I didn't take any out. Regressed back to VWAP. But you look at this bottoming tail that shoots through VWAP, but then it holds it. And then it had a nice little leg up. So you could say this is an A, B, C, D pattern. It's not really pretty. I think most people would not call it an A, B, C, D pattern, but essentially it has the same sort of effect where it moves up on the day, regresses a little bit, holds a certain support level, and then makes another leg up. And so I was looking for it to get to about 55.70. I wanted to get 70. I think that's what my 2-to-1 reward to risk ratio was, because when I got in, I said I'd get out if it got down to like 45.10 or something. I don't remember what it was. But I actually got out a little bit early, and the reason I got out is because when you look at the 8 EMA and the 20 SMA, it was holding the 8 really nice. It would move away from it and come back down, and then it would move away. And I just didn't like this gap here, this distance from the 8. I felt like it was too far. But more importantly, when I got out at 45.64, what bothered me was when you look at the moving average, or the daily candles, look at this little topping tail all the way back here. What's that high point, right? What's it say down here at the high point? 45.64. So that's exactly where I got out, because you had this is a little topping area, and you had a lot of people probably getting in with this big green candle. Maybe got in here, long-term holders, and then they held it because it went down a lot. They figured it would come back. Didn't come back until today. So a lot of them might have been saying, you know what, let me get out here. Or maybe they got in somewhere in this range, and they were looking to get out when it got near the high. It was a significant point, that 45.64. So I said, I'm going to get out at 45.64 because, A, I've already gotten the move I needed, which was this little leg, this nice little channel here that I got, using VWAP to trade it. And even if it went up a little, I was afraid that even if it busted through that 64, which you can see it did, I sort of felt a little bad that I didn't hold a little bit because it went up another 20 cents from where I got out, but no big deal. I still made a 30-cent gain on this. So yeah, even though it could do that, it might just end up like just collapsing afterwards, especially since the SPY has been down for most of the day. So if it started to move in sync with the SPY, it was probably not going to be good for it. Looks like it might be coming back, but you can see on the ADMA it might hold that. But this was again, I don't trade early in the day, so I was going to be very conservative with this trade, very quick to get out if it didn't go my way. So once I got this little movement here, and I was happy with it, and that was all I needed. So that was it. This might be the only trade I take today, but I can't say that. It's still only 11 o'clock, and most of my trades aren't until around this time anyway, so I'll keep looking for some good trades. But this was a nice one. It was a success that I had early in the day, which I rarely have because I rarely trade it. I'm just not comfortable with it, but this one worked out. So if you're interested in this scanner, if you have trade ideas, I can give you the link to this scan so you can use it yourself if you like it, maybe make some changes to it. I've got a lot of parameters in here that kind of limit it to a certain number of stocks because of the fact that it could be a little too much if there's too many alerts in here. Yeah, and I think the other stock that definitely everybody was talking about today was RAD, and I missed an entry on this. I really wanted to get in early once I had this big green bar, but I can't trade these early trades. I just don't like them. Once it got above 9, I was thinking of getting in, and it went all the way up to about 10, but now you can see it's kind of failing, so no big deal. So that was my trade. TSM, happy with it. Whatever it does next is fine. I feel like it's probably just going to drift for the rest of the day. And if I have another trade today, I'll come back with a video and let you know. All right, good luck trading, and if I don't have a video today, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully.